What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and this here is a video response to the Brodeo Showdio. He did a video called "We Are Calling You Out, EA," and he basically, and like I said, this is not a diss vid. This is going to be done in all in good taste. He's welcome to make a response to this if he likes. It says, "We are calling you out, EA." And he went on this whole rant about EA because EA said that the Wii U, they don't consider the Wii U a next generation console. And honestly, I have to more or less agree with EA. And the reason why, I understand that the by default that the system is an 8th generation console by default. I understand that. Because it came out the 8th generation. But I'm talking about as far as what did it bring to the table? Well, I know you said, well, it has this tablet controller. Well, no, we've been playing on tablets and iPads and Android tab for the last 3 years now, okay, or whatever the case may be. That's not new, okay? But make a long story short, their investors asked EA why they're not supporting the Wii U platform. Much more. And they said that they basically don't consider the Wii U as being an 8th generation console. You know what I mean? Basically, saying what's under the hood it can't keep up with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox 720. But listen, just think about this. Just think about it, Brodeo. If going by the rumor specs, the Xbox 720 has 8 gigs of RAM. All right. The PlayStation 4 has 4 gigs of RAM, fast RAM at that. The Wii U has 2 gigs of RAM, but really 1 gig of RAM because one of those gigs are only dedicated towards the OS. You know what I mean? And I mean not to get into the whole GPUs and stuff that's in there because, the 720 and the the 720 and the PlayStation 4 have better GPUs. Okay, now with that being said, okay. Now, just going, and there is rumored to say that the Microsoft platform, the new Xbox, is going to be the lead platform when it comes to developing these games. All right, it's real talk. So, are they going to make the games because of the tools Microsoft have, DirectX 11 and all that shit? Because of the tools. Let's be real. So, they're going to make the games on the 720 and port them over to the PC, to the PS4, then whatever. You know what I mean? And like I said, developers are in business to make money. I don't see them going out of their way to make a dummy down version of this game when, like I said, those hardcore titles are not selling too well on the Wii U. Because you got games like NBA 2K13 sold less than 10,000 copies worldwide. Numbers don't lie. You have games like Tekken Tag Tournament again, sold less than 10,000 copies worldwide. And again, a great game like Assassin's Creed 3 sold less than 60,000 copies in North America. You know what I mean? So, like I said, developers are in business to make money. I don't see them going out of their way to dummy these games down to run on the Wii U. But like I said, and they said not to count Nintendo, which is fine, but working with what the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 has to offer as far as, their tech-wise, the Wii U can't keep up. And just think about it, Brodeo. Like I said, this is not a diss vid. You're welcome to make a reply if you like. But I myself don't really consider the Wii U being a next generation console. Because you have a console that came out, Brodeo, in 2001. The original Xbox Live came out in 2002. And a over a 10-year-old console can outperform an 8th generation console. What do you mean outperform? Let's think about this now, Brodeo. You have, when Xbox Live came out, it had about 10 titles. All 10 titles, you hear me, brother? Had voice chat. I'm back with the voice chat. All 10 titles had game invites. You have Tekken Tag Tournament 2. No voice chat, no game invites. You have NBA 2K13, again, no voice chat, no game invites. And the same thing with, Madden and whatever the case may be, as far as no voice chat. Like, come on, is that something you want to hang your hat on and say, oh, this is a 8th generation console? It's not. And I'm gonna say this again. I want whether you agree with me or not, Brody. I want you to think about this. What Nintendo should have done, they should have packaged every Wii U with a Pro controller. Make this thing here fully functional inside the thing, and then what they could have did and packaged, because they said I watched this at its own mouth that all the resources went into developing this tablet controller. They could have sold this as an extra peripheral like they did with the Wii balance board. You know what I mean? And like I said, they could have future-proofed their system, put a beefier GPU and a CPU in it, and more RAM. And like I said, and you know what I mean, and like I said, to future-proof their console. But they did. They wanted to ride this whole tablet gimmicky phase. You know what I mean? And then Brodeo said something like, when was Nintendo, known for having, the most powerful system? What haven't they been known? The weakest console, honestly, that Nintendo's ever put out was the Wii. Shit, the GameCube was more powerful than the PS2. Shit, the N64 was more powerful than the PlayStation. That's real talk. There was only one console ever, the Wii, that they put out that wasn't more powerful than its competitors, Brodeo. And that's honest, that's real talk right there. You know what I mean? But like I said, again, you know what I mean? You know, honestly, like oh fuck this. We got to be honest with this something. Whether you hate whether you hate EA or not, whether their Madden sales are declining, whatever the case, and whether the NBA Live franchises fell off, but they're responsible for a lot of other titles. Dead Space, I believe, it's a good game. Now I don't care for all the EA games. I think they're cheesy motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like I don't care for all the games, but the games like I said, Dead Space. You had Dragon Age Origin. Even though I know EA doesn't make it, BioWare does, but EA owns BioWare. You have the Mass Effect franchise, great games. You know what I mean? I don't care for Army or 2. Like I think that's some more cheesy shit than EA does. Like I said, but even their Need for Speed franchise has been on a decline for the last several years. But like I said, what I mean? Like we don't know what EA has on the horizon was to come out. You know what I mean? But they let you know right now that the Wii U is not going to get Dead Space 8 or whatever the case may be, because basically saying that their console can't run it or can handle it. And unless the Wii U sales maybe turn around tracks, I don't see them going out of their way to make a special version of this game. You know what I mean? I was one of the ones that believed Nintendo when they said they was going back after the hardcore market, that they lost to Sony and Microsoft. You know what I mean? They know that they cater to children. It's the truth, you know what I mean? They set it out, that's their thing, the whole casual crowd, whatever the case may be. You don't see Microsoft or Sony taking the stage, so they're going back after the hardcore market, or that they lost to whoever the hell. I'm not saying that Sony or Microsoft don't have their fair share of casuals. I'm not going to tell that bold-faced lie. But, you know what I mean? But there are far more, gamers on those consoles than there are casuals. You know what I mean? Regardless of the fact where you think where Microsoft is headed, because I don't think I like it either with that whole connection. I'm not really into that shit there, but you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm just being real. But as far as Nintendo, what makes it an 8th generation console? As far as what new did Nintendo bring to this table? They didn't bring nothing new. For the last, like I said, we already established the fact that we've been playing on tablets and not touchscreen phones and all this shit for a while. So that's not nothing new. What new did Nintendo bring to the table? Nothing. You know what I mean? That's being real. Like I said, they was expecting, me, honest opinion, Nintendo was expecting lightning to strike twice. They took the same business model they had from the 7th generation and tried to break it into the 8th generation. People change. People want more. You know what I mean? Brodeo. And like I'm saying, not saying that you may not like your Wii U, which is fine. You know what I mean? But you want to call this the 8th generation console? I bought this Wii U. I spent about $40-50 in their eShop. My tablet went on the fritz. So I had to take my console back to GameStop and get me a new console. I sat down and did the mandatory install for 45 minutes and went to log into my old gamer ID with Zaire 720. You know what that system told me? That my gamer tag was already on another console. So I'm like, damn, all right. But so what about the games and stuff that I bought? So I've been back and forth on the phone with Nintendo for 2 days. I had to find out what card I used, and they saw the fact that I purchased them and all this stuff, but it's going to take me, they're going to 5 to 6 weeks for them to give it to me, I guess, to send me a point card in the mail. So all the games that I bought, all that shit is saved to that fucking console, to that MAC address. You know what I mean? That you call it the 8th generation console, where I can log into any PlayStation 3 or any Xbox 360, log into my gamer tag, and get any game that I purchased or whatever the case may be. And this is a step. You want to tell me right there that the Wii U is a step forward in technology? No, I think not. But anyway, like I said, Brodeo, you're welcome to make a response. Like I said, I didn't sling any mud. Even though I'm known for slinging mud and hitting low, but like I said, this is a mature response. If you want to do something, to this video, you can. You're more than welcome to. But as I always say, keep up the good work and enjoy your show, your channel, Brodeo. Bang, bang. Wii U, man, that's not a gin. I'm trying to tell you, baby.